Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of visionmarketinganddesign.com. In today's digital marketing coaching program, I'm going to show you my proven method of getting local business clients without paid ads and without spamming hundreds of business owners who have no interest in your services. This will also do a lot of damage to your professional email address, so spamming is not an appropriate method. But before we get into that, let me personally invite you to join my digital marketing coaching program. It's 100% free. All you need to do is go to visionmarketinganddesign.com, click here to register or to log in if you're already a member. You do need to be a Builderall member to get the most out of the coaching program because it is the main tool that we use. Okay, so go ahead and click here to create your Builderall account. You can get you can get a 30-day trial for just $1 here and then register and you'll get access to all of my training and everything. Like I said, 100% free. The first thing you want to do if you're logging in today or creating your account, go to the group coaching, go to live coaching, and you'll see our broadcast page. This is the only page that I actually answer and monitor questions. And also when I give things away during the training, this is the only place that I'm going to give them. So make sure that you join. It looks like we have Ray here. Ray's my trooper. He's always here. Marcel, Jim. Hey, guys. Hey, Maria. So nice to have you guys. Okay, so let me just show you around real fast before we get into the training today. If you're interested in joining us for the Friday Q&A, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can click here to get access to the Zoom link and join us there. If you have questions throughout the week, you can click here to join our Telegram group. And if you want to check out the most recent replays, every time we do a training, I always upload to the Telegram channel so you can find the most recent training. I also highly recommend these tools. However, they are not required. If you're brand new, you can also click here to schedule a free strategy session with me so I can help you, walk through the dashboard and come up with a plan of action. Also, there's a get started guide here that you can check out with all of the team resources, my recommended tools again, and you'll also get access to all of these courses here. These are totally free as well. You just click here to get access and enroll in the course. And you can also get my done for you lead generating system. So definitely click there. And for right now, if you decide to sign up for the funnel club, you will get this for free as long as you're on my team, okay? But it is available to other Builderall members, so just go to agency.visionmarketinganddesign.com. So that is my getting started guide. You can also create your Builderall account here and join the funnel club. For all of the replays, you can click here or you can access the menu here in the group coaching. Here is where you'll find all of the courses as well. And all of our replays are also organized by category here. Okay, so if you're interested in private coaching, you can check that out here. My reviews, I have a blog. If you're interested in any services, you can check that out there, and the plans as well as my PLR shop and again my recommended tools. Okay, so enough of that. Let's get into today's training. So today I'm going to show you this amazing tool that I use for my agency called Leads Gorilla. Now, before you start saying, here's where she's going to sell me something, I am not an affiliate. At the time of making this video today, I am not an affiliate. However, I have applied because I would really love to do more training and promote this. But obviously, for me to provide this type of training, I really need to have some source of income. That's what we're doing here, right? So, I just wanted to reassure you that I am not trying to sell you Leads Gorilla. However, this is a tool that I am a huge fan of. So I want to show my team what resources are available to help you streamline your lead generation process. And this tool does exactly that. So let me show you how. So Leads Gorilla basically scrapes the internet, okay, to put it simply. So let's say that I am a local business agency and I want to find clients for my web design services, okay? First thing I can do is go to find leads because, again, it's easier to show you than tell you. So I'm going to go ahead and find leads. Now, we all need to have a niche. Usually we choose a niche that we're familiar with. Like for me, I have a lawn care business, and so I could choose lawn care. I also worked in pharmacy for 20 years, and my most of my first clients were in the medical industry. So let's search for let's just say lawyers, because lawyers are a great niche. If you're doing web design, it's great to choose a niche, because then you can go to the, say, lawyers and say, hey, look, I specialize in marketing for lawyers, and I have a website that I've created that I think would fit you perfectly. You can share a template with them, because if you are in the lawyer niche, you probably have a lawyer website, right? So, and if you don't, you could always share one of the templates that we have in the Funnel Club. So let's say that we are in the lawyer's niche, because I don't want to run a list that I've already created. And since I'm in Indianapolis, I always suggest that people start where they live, because it's your local area, you're more familiar, and local business clients who are getting emails from different countries all over the place. If they see that you are a local person, it just helps to kind of break down a little bit that know, like, and trust factor. So let's say I'm going to search Indianapolis. And now I can choose the radius. So it is in kilometers, which in the United States we use miles, but it tells you right here that 5 kilometers is 3.1 miles. So let's just say I want them all, right? So I'm going to go ahead and search. Now, when this is searching, it does use your Google API. Most of the time, you don't need to worry about ever going over, because when you create an account, and there's instructions here to walk you through that process, when you create an account, they give you, like, I think it's $150 or $300 in credits. And as long as you're not spamming people, you're never going to really need to re-up those credits. And the cool thing about Leads Gorilla is that when you sign up for Leads Gorilla, it's a lifetime subscription. So there's no monthly reoccurring, and I actually have everything. I purchased every package that they have, because I was so impressed after just the first day. And you're getting ready to see why. So I've searched law firms or lawyers, that keyword, in Indianapolis, and within 50 kilometers of Indianapolis. And so now we have all of these results. So there are 20 results. And what's really cool about Leads Gorilla is that it gives them all a ranking based on several factors. And if you want to choose a business, and if we're thinking, especially if we're beginner agencies, before I go on, let me move this over, because I definitely want to make sure that I am catching your questions. Let me go back here, make sure that I get the live questions. Okay, let me add my name again and join. All right. So it looks like Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel. And Alvin, thank you for joining us. Okay, so what's really cool about this is it gives us a ranking. Now, if you are, like I was saying, if you're a beginner agency owner, or you're just getting started maybe with Builderall, and you're like, I really want to, build my agency, but I don't have a lot of experience, I would recommend going with the very small businesses, or what you could call the lowest hanging fruit. So the people that really have no online presence, maybe no website. And what's cool about that is they actually will allow you to search through these locations that don't have a website. Now, something that's really important too is that right now with coronavirus, a lot of businesses are not operational. So you could actually toggle this switch to sort through those. Also, if you wanted to only see businesses that have email addresses, you could toggle this switch on. And if you wanted to only choose clients for, we're talking a lot about Google My Business and what a valuable asset it is to business owners, and it's a free service that Google provides for local business owners. So you could actually search for the claimed or unclaimed Google My Business accounts here just by toggling this switch on. You can also sort for the businesses that have phone numbers listed, score 40% or less, or if they have 100 reviews or less. So Leads Gorilla likes to see businesses that have 100 reviews or more. So if you're looking for a business who you want to provide review services, and definitely check out my previous training on how to do that for free using Builderall. So if you wanted to provide that service as well, then this would be a great option for you. Also, photos are really great for your Google My Business account, and a lot of business owners don't know that. So this is also a category that you could choose from. So let's say that we want only businesses who have no website, because we are wanting to promote our web design services. And if they have no website, that's a great resource for us, right? So let's do show results. Now, I would say that most lawyers probably have a website, even though it may be absolutely the most horrendous looking website ever. A lot of the times, they just think, oh, this is easy, and then they create one and it's horrible. Or, maybe they created it when they first got started, 20 years ago, and it's completely outdated. And so you definitely, just because they have a website does not necessarily mean that they would not be an option for you. So hopefully it finds some options. Okay, so it does have one that says no website. So we could actually save this lead here. So we could click save lead, and we could also create a new campaign. So let's call this campaign Lawyers Indianapolis No Website. Okay, so that way we could reference that. So let's go ahead and add that campaign, and we'll close. And let's see, maybe this time, instead of no website, we just want to look for lawyers who have unclaimed businesses. Okay, so now I've toggled that on, and we have 6 results. So that's really good. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and select all. And I want to add all of these to my leads. Okay, so I'm just going to click here and let's add them. Let's go ahead and add them to, we'll just start a new campaign. Oops. I just added them to that campaign. Okay. So anyway, we added them to that campaign. So now what do we do? Okay. So what do we do with these leads we just added a campaign to? So let's go ahead and manage leads. So when you go to manage leads, you'll see your lawyers with no website is what we called it. Now let's go ahead and look at these leads here. So here are our leads, and you'll see we have the business name. Okay, so these are the actual lawyers, and we have their email addresses and their phone numbers. How cool is that? And of course, we can just click here to go to their website, and we see that they have an unclaimed Google My Business. So here's the really cool thing, okay? We can actually generate reports for them based on your plan that you've chosen, of course. But I wanted to show you how cool this Google My Business report is. So this is a valuable tool. We're talking about how to get leads, but, to book an appointment. And I'm going to show you my whole lead generation system here in just a second. But the whole point is to to get the appointment. But what do you do when you book the appointment, right? So here is the best way. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's say that we've gotten the lead, and Sarah Starkey, this lawyer here, she's booked an appointment with us. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to provide her some compelling information about her business. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download this here. Oops, I have to generate the report first. So it tells me that here. So let's go to reports, and I'm going to run a Google My Business report on this lawyer. So let's go ahead and go to lawyers. And here is this Sarah Starkey. So let's go ahead and generate a Google My Business report. So now, because we want to generate this report, we want to select all the categories that we really want to focus on. Okay, so if you don't provide some of these services, then maybe you don't want to have them on the report. Like, I don't want to have, like, I'll probably check all in reality, but I don't want to really have the WordPress report because I don't even build on WordPress, so I don't care about that. So, you could uncheck any of these that you didn't really want to be on the report, but I'm going to go ahead and generate the report as is. So it says lead does not have enough data to generate the report. Okay, well, that's interesting. Maybe we will uncheck all. Let's see if maybe we can do mobile friendly, Facebook pixel, social, maybe this and let's try this. Okay, so we'll just have to choose a different lead. So let's go back here and let's try this one. Maybe they have a lot of or a higher score. So let's go ahead and try to generate a report for this lawyer. And let's go ahead and select all. And I'll probably just remove this WordPress and then leave everything else. So now it's generating the report. So something else that's cool, you can also set all of the settings if you have the agency plan. You can set all the settings and then customize the reports to have your logo and your, your business information, your color branding, and all of that. So as it pulls up this report, it does take, it even says up to 60 seconds because it's basically asking Google for all of this information to generate this report. And I've used reports like this before because I was part of a white label agency that was incredibly expensive. I don't recommend. But they gave you the ability to have these reports. And I know that they are powerful because when a business owner sees any section anywhere that says red, to them, that's like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. So it really is a powerful resource. So while this is generating, you can definitely be thinking about your process. So you get the lead, they schedule the appointment, you're meeting with them, and you say, yes, I would love to help you. I've created this report that I'm going to go ahead and give you. You could also give them this report as a way to get the appointment if you really wanted to. But I don't really recommend that because a lot of people will not they will not respond to your email, and it's going to take you a long time to be generating these reports and all of that unless they're actually going to have a meeting with you. So I definitely suggest only running this report. And you could also even add to your email that you're sending them, hey, I'm going to give you this free guide or whatever to help you out. And when you show up to the appointment, I'm going to go ahead and give you a report for your online presence and, walk you through that. So you could promote that as an incentive to show up to the appointment. No call, no shows are a big thing when you schedule appointments like that. So if you provide some sort of value for them to show up, it's a great benefit to you because you're not wasting your time, right? So you'll see that I have my logo here. I also have my business information as well. So this is all branded to me. It looks really professional. My purple color, you guys know that I love purple. So it's my branded color. So it has all of their business information. So it just looks really professional. But you see, as we scroll down here, it says important Google ranking factors. And so here's where the magic is, this red area. Okay. So it's saying no Google My Business photos. And so while you're talking to the client, you can say, we really need to work on driving reviews because, and then go through the whole spiel that I told you in the training before of how to provide a review service. So this is a great lead in to now that upsell of providing that service, right? So you could suggest to manage it for them and add, do the, to add photos and different things and manage the reviews. So you could also say, and you're doing great on this, and this is the category that they are showing up in the Google searches. Okay, so you can say that's great. You chose a great category. Your rankings are great. Your business operational status, yay. But see here, you can say, oh my goodness, you don't have your business claimed on Google. That is so important because what if your number's different? Your address is different. It's so important, right, that the business is claimed. So to claim a Google My Business, you can give them the guide that I'm getting ready to show you if you haven't seen yet, to help them to, or at this point, you could have already given it to them, but you could point out like, hey, that guide I gave you, it'll walk you through step by step. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. I'm here to help you. That type of thing. So that's really, really important since we have a lead magnet that's a guide for Google My Business. Like I said, I'm going to show you if you haven't seen it. But if you did have that as a lead magnet, that would be a great point to bring up there. So what are your clients saying about you? It actually pulls in their actual reviews from Google. So how cool is that? And it also even highlights, here's a red review. And again, for your review service, this could be a selling point and say, if there's no response to this, then you need to be responding to that. And we need to be driving a lot of reviews so that people, if this brings, for example, if you have 10 reviews and one of them's bad, well, now, you have a 90% approval rate on your Google reviews, and that's horrible. So the more great reviews you have, the less this impact is for a one bad review. Also, the business top 5 competitors. This is so incredibly powerful for business owners because they want to know if their business does not rank, if they want to see what are these businesses doing that they could do to improve. Okay, so this puts it right in their face and saying, hey, there's definitely room for improvement here. So I am here as the agency owner to show you how we can, get you to beat out your competitors. Also, the website responsive analysis. Okay, so Builderall is completely mobile responsive, and so that's definitely a selling point if their website is not mobile responsive. Social media analysis. So it shows, they have a Facebook that's active, but maybe I want to suggest, Instagram or Pinterest or YouTube. Those are great resources if if I had social media management that I wanted to recommend. Definitely a cool thing. Video analysis. So this is going to tell them if they have a YouTube channel, or if they don't, maybe you could suggest it, especially if you provide video marketing as a service. So definitely, I want you to notice here as we go through this report with our imaginary client here. This is an entire agency report. Okay, so this really hits all the key points. And if like I was saying, if you don't provide the service, maybe you don't want to add it here, but when you do add it, they can see all the things that they're doing great at and the things that they're not, and it helps them see in one place all the ways that you can improve, and also give you as the agency owner a way that you can help them. Okay, so you are in this meeting, you are the solution to these problems that you have addressed in this report. So adding a Facebook pixel, they don't have one, so this is a great thing that you can recommend as well. And even if they say, well, I'm not really trying to do paid ads, what I always say is it's still important to have the pixel, because if you do decide to do paid ads, or even if you decide to enhance your marketing efforts, that pixel is going to gather a lot of information about who your target customer is, who your demographic is. Is it typically women between 30 and 50 that are your clients? Because that will help you target your marketing dollars to get a better return on your investment. Okay, so that's definitely, just because they say, oh, I don't want to run Facebook ads, that's irrelevant. They really need to have that pixel. Also, Google Ads pixel. So they don't have one of those on their website either. And a lot of times, people, they build their websites on like Wix or some cheap website builder, and they don't have access to even add these things or know that they can add them. And so a lot of the times, if the business owner themselves has created the website, they've never even considered that. It does show though here that this Google Analytics tracking pixel is installed. So you can say, yay, great job. That's awesome. If we could just pair it with the Google Ads pixel and the Facebook pixel, then, we could really start gathering together some information and help you streamline your marketing dollars. So Webmaster Tools tag, that's missing. Google Markup Schema is missing. All these things are just codes that you can add to a website. Okay. So, and then, contact call to action, it is valid. So that's good. Yelp business listing. So there is no listing. So, we've talked a lot about listings, the different things and how important that is. So that's something else that you could do. Google Tag Manager. Their SSL is secure. Now, the cool thing about Builderall is that Builderall takes care of our SSL certification on our website, so we don't ever have to worry about that. But it's surprising how many people do not have secure websites because they don't have anyone managing it. They don't have anyone updating it and all of that. The cool thing, like I was saying, Builderall does all that for us. Okay. So you also have the Open Graph SEO protocol here. That's another thing. The SERP snippet. So what do they look like on their listing on Google? That's what the SERP is. As you scroll down here, it says report overview. So it's not optimized. So this says you can increase your chances to rank higher in Google search and Google Maps by fixing the unoptimized factors in this report. So you can definitely show them that and give them the option to hire you for your services. Okay. You can also add a little tagline thing down here and download the report to give them. Okay. So that's the Google report. All right. So if you're going to give this in the meeting, what do we do now? Okay, so this is where everyone struggles. So we found a potential client that we think we could really help. Okay, so what do we do? Leads Gorilla has a great tool, of course. That's why I'm bragging about them so much. If someone, the CEO of Google or Leads Gorilla is watching this video, you seriously need to approve my affiliation because I would love to do more training on Leads Gorilla. Okay, so now we need to contact the leads. All right, so let's look at the email templates. This is so cool because this is what people struggle with too, is what do you write in the email to make them interested, right? Well, Leads Gorilla takes care of all of this. So let me go. Here are the categories, okay, for the emails that they have listed in here. And since I'm going to show you my guide here, but I want to give them, I want to talk about Google My Business, okay, because I want to actually open this up by offering them a Google My Business guide so they can do this for free. So I'm just going to say Google My Business. And now I have several emails listed here. So let's just look at them. So we'll say, this says your Google My Business listing needs work. So that's the subject line. And it says, hey there, lead name. Forgive me for being nosy, but I just scrolled through Google My Business reviews from the past month and I don't like what I'm seeing. Is there a reason why you received almost no new reviews lately? Are you struggling to attract new clients? Keep in mind that the review section is one of the most important aspects of Google My. Okay, so you see what I'm saying here, right? So I have this whole thing here about Google My Business, but what I want to do is actually offer them my proven agency lead system, okay? Because I want to offer them a free guide that they can opt in and I can get their email address in my list. Okay, now granted, I already have the list here, but I want to add them to my list so that my email sequence will trigger and then follow up for me, because that is the part that really takes a lot of time, and the follow-up process is incredibly important. Okay, so I want them to opt back in and get the guide so that it goes into my email sequence. So what I'm going to do is I want to email them. Now, how do I get their email? Okay, so I could just copy this information if I wanted to do that, or I could click here and send them the email. So I can choose a category. So let's say, I just added a new template. So let's go back here. So let's go to contact leads. And I'm going to choose a campaign again. So we'll say lawyers in Indianapolis, no website, and we can choose Google Leads. And so here is the option to contact. Okay, now you can add your email address, your business email, to this to Leads Gorilla, so that when it sends emails out, it will actually send as your business. So if I click here, you'll see that it opens up an email window and it has the client or potential client's email here. And then I can type in the subject line and I can do all of this. Now, when you do have the ability as well, and this is really important because we talk about the reputation of your email, okay? So you have the ability here to actually make sure that it is a valid email before you ever send it. So it says you have one email validated. So that's incredibly important because you don't want to, and see this says email is not valid. So by having that ability to check that, now I know that this is probably going to bounce and it will affect my email reputation. Okay, so that's really important. So I'm going to type out, basically what what I saw in that email. But you could also, since I already ran a report for this client, I can click here to attach their Google My Business report. So I could say, hey, Patel Defense, or Monish at Patel Defense, I've ran this report, I noticed, da 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 da. You want to write the whole email, right? And then tell them that you have a report. Or you can say, I have this free guide to help you get free exposure from Google without having to pay for it. So in this guide, and then I'm going to basically write here what's going to be in this guide. Okay, so this is my proven lead generation system for local business clients. This is by far the best way that I personally have ever gotten local business leads. And it's because I'm not being salesy. I'm literally providing them. I'm looking for a target customer who is struggling with their Google My Business, and I'm providing them with value that they really truly need to optimize their Google My Business. And the guide also tells them why that's so important. Okay, so they're going to opt in here, and they have the ability to opt in here as well. Okay, so we're selling, what can you expect from these strategies? We want to sell the result. Okay, we're not saying, hey, we're going to give you an ebook and a checklist and it's going to be great. We're saying that what we expect when you implement these strategies is 42% increase in phone calls and website traffic. And these are real statistics, okay? 67% in exposure on searches related to education, and 154% increase in Google and Maps listings, okay? So that's really compelling right there, okay? So they're going to opt in there. They're then going to go to the email confirmation page. So at this point, they've opted in and they've gone to this page, and it triggers the email system to send an email confirmation to them with the guide. Okay, so it says, congratulations, your success pack is on its way to your inbox in the next 5 minutes. So do you want help getting your Google My Business listing to increase sales? And this is when you introduce yourself. Okay, so you're saying, hey, I can help you with that. My name's Bridget Bartlett. I'm the founder of Vision Marketing and Design in Whiteland, Indiana. I like to put my location because I like for people to know, hey, I'm local, right? So that's another reason why I always search for local people, because again, that just helps to break down that the sketchiness, I like to say. So they can click here to schedule a strategy session, which my booking calendar is built in Builderall as well. So this is literally the only tool. The email autoresponder, everything pulls right in. It's all Builderall. Okay, so I also have a widget here that I've installed with my reviews. But if you don't have reviews, you could always hide this panel. And again, I want to give them another opportunity to schedule that strategy session. When they click the email to confirm their email address, they're going to go right here to download their free guide. Okay, and this is a quality guide, and I want to show you it's not just some cheap PLR product. This is a really good, very thorough guide, and you'll see, it says, it gives them an overview, getting started, creating Google posts, how to improve local searchability. So there's lots of tips in here that are really, really incredible. And if you guys have your own local business, definitely just going through these steps to make sure that your business is optimized. I mean, as you can see here, it's incredible. If you choose, I do have a DIY option where you can just import this and then make the changes yourself, and I have step-by-step directions. But I also have the option for you to just schedule a strategy session with me. I'm going to get this set up on your own Builderall account, and I'm going to customize all of this for you. Okay, so it's totally your choice, however you want to do it. Here is the cheat sheet. So super cool. So this is the download page. Okay, so hopefully at this point they have scheduled an appointment with you, but if they have not, then it's going to trigger that email sequence. Okay, and I'm sorry I closed the window, but inside Mailing Boss, the Builderall email autoresponder, there's a whole sequence that will be transferred immediately with all of your own company information as soon as you transfer the funnel. So it's really a super simple process. Okay, so, but that's not good enough, because again, we need traffic. And if this lead starts looking up our business like we're telling them that customers do, they're going to do the same thing. If you have an agency, you need to run it just like a local business, because they're going to do the same thing in the customer journey that that we do as consumers. So it doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, if you're a web agency, or you're a little mom and pop ice cream shop, the customer journey is all the same. Okay. So if they are looking for your business, you need to be having something, to establish yourself as an authority. So I've also created 20 social media graphics that you can brand yourself. And again, I can do this for you, or you can choose the DIY option. But all you need to do is just literally type in your own web address here. You can customize these any way you want. This is actually built on Canva, which is my favorite tool for graphics. It's so super simple. You're going to get the template. If you want to swap out the images, add your logo, change all the colors, it's totally up to you. I'm also going to give you my web design template. So this is a legal document. Make sure if you have a lawyer that you look over it, you edit it. This is just a template. So make sure that everything is accurate for your own business, but this will help you get started. Okay. I'm also going to give you my web creation process. Okay. So this is going to walk you through step by step. You can give this to the client, so everyone is on the same page as to what to expect. This will completely eliminate scope creep because it's very clear. Whether you are outsourcing, it's clear to the freelancer, it's clear to the client, and it's clear to you on the same timetable, so everyone knows what to expect. I even have my website packages, so I show you how I break it all down very simply. So if you're in a consultation and they're like, well, I don't know, how much is this? And you can say, well, let's look at our packages. For a simple landing page, it's $297, and if I host it for you, it's $47 a month. And you actually have 10 images, and this price is only good for 15 images. So I can charge you, X amount of dollars for the extra images. So it just makes it so clear so that everyone it's easy for you to reference that. I used to really struggle when I was in consultations and people would say, well, I just need this and this. Well, how much is that going to cost? Well, if you don't have a system like this in place, then now you're like, oh my gosh, I got to quickly think of an answer and I don't really know what to say. But this is a really good guide just to eliminate a lot of that stress, because you don't want to seem like you're not professional in this consultation. Okay. If you're not presenting yourself as a professional web designer, you are literally cutting your own foot. Okay. You're literally, you're reducing what you can expect to receive as far as money. Okay. If I am presenting to a client and I don't have all of these things in place, and I have not presented this whole funnel and the guides and all of these things, this is the customer journey or the client journey to my agency. So every step in that journey needs to be presenting me as a professional. Okay. Especially if they're going to pay me $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 for a sales funnel or a marketing campaign. You need to be professional. They need to trust you. And when you have a system like this, it shows them that you have been doing this, that you know what you're doing, you have a system in place, and it's duplicatable. Okay. So you're not a brand new person. That's how you need to present yourself, no matter if you've been doing web design forever. If you've not done it for a business, it's a totally different system. Okay. So says client expectations. It literally breaks down every single step. And then also, what's really cool about giving this to the client is that they can have the ability, a support email and a phone number. If they decide they want to schedule a consultation with you, there's always a way for them to contact you. And since I do coaching, I put this down here because maybe I'm in a consultation with someone, and I have had this before where they say, well, I can't really afford you, and they just kind of completely shut down, and they're like, I am never going to be able to, I'm done. I can't even talk. I've literally had people say that to me before. But a lot of times, they just kind of, for whatever reason, they reacted that way, and then they think about it and they're like, this person really does know what she's talking about. I can't afford her, but I'm going to go ahead and check out this DIY option, and all the training, and maybe I can do this for myself. Okay. So I love to have options. I love the ability to be able to meet people where they are. Okay. So this is my whole agency system. If you go to agency.visionmarketinganddesign.com, let me go to agency, or you could just go to my website, visionmarketinganddesign.com, and then you can click here and get access. So it's really, you guys, it's so affordable. It's ridiculous. You're going to get an hour of my time for $197. I'm going to set this whole thing up for you. I'm going to customize all of this. And this does not take the full hour. So I don't just want to set this funnel up for you. I could do that without having a consultation. But what I want to do is actually help you with a strategy based on what direction you specifically want to take. Okay, like I said, I could easily set this up without the consultation, but I feel like it's so important. I'm giving you a ready-made agency. It's everything that I have learned in the past 3 years of how to run an agency, how to get leads, and how to set it all up from beginning to end. Okay, so like I said, I want to literally hold your hand, give you my system, and let you go out and grow your business. And when you do get business, when you do get leads, if you need someone to fulfill the work for you, I've even created an option for you as well, because I have my web design packages here. You can simply just order a website and we are part of your team. Okay. I have a bunch of Builderall freelancers that I have interviewed and that I have worked with within Builderall. So I know the quality freelancers. So this is completely done for you guys. You don't have to worry about your web design skills. You don't have to worry about getting clients. If you can just get them to trust you to manage their project for them, I'm giving you everything. I'm completely setting this up for you. So that's my spiel on all of that. Ray says, great resource for comparing your business against local businesses. That's absolutely true. And there is no better marketing strategy than looking at what your competitors are doing and then trying to counter that. Okay. So if you guys don't have any other questions, that's actually all I had for you today. But actually, let me minimize that. That is all I have for you today. But make sure that you join me tomorrow for our Friday live Q&A. Let me go back here and show you again. Once you register, make sure that you click here on Friday, tomorrow at 2 p.m. so that you can join me inside the Zoom. I love to be available to ask you guys, or for you guys to ask me questions and do that whole, troubleshoot. And sometimes I just feel like sometimes people just need a sounding board to work through their ideas and come up with a strategy. So I feel like that Friday Q&A is so important. So Marcel says, will you do social media for businesses too? Yes, I don't have, I do have a system for social media, but I have not set it up for other people to like an affiliate program. But if you did need social media for clients, I have an amazing social media person. So you can definitely contact me at consulting@visionmarketinganddesign.com, and then I can help you out with that. But yeah, you guys, I want to be a resource. It's not just for Builderall people or the people on my Builderall team. I want to be a resource for everyone who's in Builderall or even just looking to grow their agency, okay? Because I love to help people with what I struggled so long to learn. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, while I help you turn your vision into a reality.